Good morning. On behalf of the spring graduating class of 2014, faculty, staff, students, and alumni, I'd like to welcome you to the spring commencement exercises at Southeastern Oklahoma State University. It's an honor for me, along with the rest of the Southeastern family, to be able to take part in this commencement ceremony, which marks the beginning of your life as a professional and the point in your life where every conceivable option is open to you. This commencement ceremony is particularly significant at Southeastern Oklahoma State University when you consider the fact that 133 of our graduates today are first-generation college graduates, the first in their families to receive a college degree. All of us are very proud to be part of this significant accomplishment in terms of this life-changing experience. We know that every graduate here has a special story to tell. Commencement is truly a family affair at Southeastern. Today we have a number of family members graduating together. We have a mother graduating with her child. We have several spouses receiving their degrees together. We have a number of brothers and sisters walking across the stage today. It all makes for a very special occasion. Today's graduating class includes students from 15 states across our great country. We are also delighted to have international graduates from over a dozen countries. Furthermore, we have families here today from literally all over the world to share in the commencement experience. Commencement is indeed an event that the graduating class of 2014 will always remember and cherish. To our graduates, graduating from this university is a tremendous honor, and no one can accomplish this goal alone. Let's take this opportunity to thank your parents, spouses, relatives, and friends, all of whom have played important roles in helping you reach this goal and have helped to make today's celebration even more special. I would now ask all parents, relatives, spouses, and friends of today's graduates to please stand as the class of 2014 joins me in expressing appreciation to all of you for their support. Thank you. I'd also ask everyone to join me in expressing appreciation to our outstanding faculty for their dedication and commitment to our students and to Southeastern Oklahoma State University. I'd ask at this time for them all to stand so that we can recognize them in a special manner. Thank you. Thank you. Very good, thank you. Please join me now in thanking Reverend Dewey Schaefer, Associate Pastor of First United Methodist Church in Durant, for offering our invocation this morning, and also like to acknowledge the Southeastern Symphonic Winds under the direction of Dr. Jacob Wallace and the Southeastern Chorale under the direction of Dr. Stacy Weger for providing our music. Let's give all of them a big round of applause. I'd now like to introduce our platform guests, and I ask that they stand as they are introduced, and please hold your applause until all platform guests have been introduced. First of all, Dr. Claire Stubblefield, Director of the Office of Equity, Compliance, and Diversity. Dr. Lucretia Scofus, Dean of Instruction. Dr. Brian Clark, Assistant Vice President for Academic Affairs and Interim Dean of the School of Graduate and University Studies. Dr. Camille Wilson, Dean of Students. Mr. Rob Piercy, who's our Alumni Association President. Ms. Liz McGraw, Dean of Enrollment Management. Reverend Dewey Schaefer, Associate Pastor, First United Methodist Church in Durant. Regent Richard Ogden, Chairman of the Regional University System of Oklahoma Board of Regents. Regent John Massey, Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education. Ms. Sharon Robinson, Vice President for Student Affairs. Mr. Ross Walkup, Vice President for Business Affairs. And Dr. Doug McMillan, Vice President for Academic Affairs. Let's give them a big round of applause. We're privileged today to have with us Regent John Massey to offer welcoming remarks from the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education. Regent Massey, class of 1960, a distinguished alumnus, and for whom our School of Business is named, is a longtime supporter of higher education and of Southeastern. Please join me in welcoming Regent Massey as he offers remarks on behalf of the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education.
Platform guests, graduates, family, friends, it's an honor to be here today to speak in behalf of the Regents of Higher Education. I come to congratulate you and thank you for being a new source of people in Oklahoma that are well educated, that will always do their best. You know what I like about Southeastern? When I graduated a lot of years ago, I can't count that fast, that's too far back. But you know, 80 to 90% of our class were first generation students to attend college. And today I've kept up with so many of those that graduated, and I'm so honored to know that what they have succeeded in life. We have probably 15 PhDs out of my fraternity while I was here at Southeastern, and every one of them have made a great contribution to higher education. I know that this class will make a contribution to life, and I can assure you you'll be a success. In my quiet time, I was reading 1 Peter 4:10. It said that God gave every one of you abilities, and if you will use those abilities to the limits of your energies and a business, you will be a successful person. Money don't make you successful. Being proud of what you accomplished is what makes you successful. So today, I challenge you to be your very best in whatever you do. Today, I'm going to get off subject just a little bit, but I'm a little bit perturbed about tuition rates. I'm a little bit perturbed about students having to borrow money to go to college. That all started in my last year in college. It's very little of it. Whenever I was a student here, everybody had a part-time job. Everybody worked. Everybody made a contribute to Southeastern. The president of Southeastern was Dr. Alan Shear. He retired here in the early 60s, but he was a broke man. I said, Dr. Shear, what did you do with your money? He says, John, $50 a kid to go to school, I could only help so many. But he gave his life to education. And he said to me, he said, John, I wish I had gone back to the classroom. That is my first love, is teaching. And that's what our Dr. Minks has committed himself to doing, is stepping down and teaching young people how to be successful citizens. So I commend you, Dr. Minks, for that decision, and I think it was when I read the announcement in the paper, my thoughts went back to Dr. Shear, and he's been dead since in the 70s. But I could think of the conversations that he and I used to have. Remember, I would have never gone to college if it hadn't been for Dr. Shear, because nobody in my family was educated. Nobody in my family had ever been to college. I lived across the street from Dr. Shear. We rented that house, and Dr. Shear and I got acquainted, and he encouraged me to go to college. He told me what I could be in life, and I didn't believe him, but everything he said to me has been correct. And today I want to wish you the very best, and know that I will always be there for you as a former alumni of Southeastern. If you need me, I'll be at the First United Bank, and always call me, and I'll always be there for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Regent Massey. We're also honored today to have with us Regent Richard Ogden, the Chair of the Regional University System of Oklahoma Board of Regents. Regent Ogden is a native of Guyman, Oklahoma, and currently practices law in Oklahoma City. Please welcome Regent Richard Ogden as he offers welcoming remarks on behalf of the Regional University System of Oklahoma.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me here. I want to, first of all, thank you, all the parents and families for the support that you've given to the students today. They could not have done it without your support. And thank you, students, for the dedication that you have shown to your institution, to your degree, and to where you wish to take your life. So on behalf of the Regents, it is my pleasure to congratulate you and to extend on behalf of the entire board our most sincere congratulations. Today I want to speak about a few things, but one thing that I do also want to bring out is a particular verse 8 from the 32nd Psalm. I will instruct you and teach you the way you should go. I will counsel you with your eye upon you. These are words that have significant meaning. These are words that where the Lord is talking to people about how those knowledges and that knowledge will be instructed. But I think it is also applicable that we think about it in terms of this institution. What you have learned here is your academic discipline. What you have also learned here at Southeastern is how to be a good person. I will instruct you. I will look after you. And that is what Southeastern has done for you. That is what the professors here have done for you. That is what the administration, I think what I have learned over a number of years is that while I am a product of Oklahoma State University and the University of Oklahoma, both great institutions, one thing is that I was, to a degree, somewhat just another person in the crowd here. You couldn't particularly identify. But at Southeastern, at any of our regionals, you are a person. Your face is known. Your professors care, and I would hasten to say that probably there have been a time or two in your lives here that without someone stepping in, giving you a hand up, that when you needed that, perhaps you had fallen. Perhaps you would not have completed your degree. So part of what I would advise you to do is to pay that forward. One thing that you have learned, in addition to your academic discipline here, is how to be that good person, how to pay that forward. And so I would say to you, be aware that your knowledge here is unique. What you have learned here is unique. I like to speak from the heart at these occasions because I think it is important. The 133 students that this is the first time that you have first graduate in your family, how significant that is. We sometimes hear in the public narrative today that getting a bachelor's degree is not all what it was once cracked up to be. In fact, that you leave with a tremendous amount of student debt, you can't find a job, blah, blah, blah. Well, that is a political discussion that has meaning to certain people, and it is also absolutely untrue. What is true is that this degree which you have received today has transformed your life. You, because of this degree, will have very, very high income, making more than $1 million over a person who does not have a bachelor's degree over your lifetime. You will most assuredly be having a job and be changing jobs throughout your life. In fact, 90% of the future jobs in the state of Oklahoma will require a bachelor's degree. So I want you to go forward, not listening to the political narrative that some people have because of a particular agenda one way or another, and know that the truism of getting a college degree and the thing that we have believed in this nation for the last 225 years, because this nation wasn't always the great superpower that we once were. We were a little colony, a poor little colony. What transformed us was the fact that we believed that every American should have the access to higher education so that they could do anything they wanted to in this life. They could do anything that they wanted to in this life. And it is a college degree. It is that education, it is the fact that the United States of America believed that that was not for just the privileged, not just for the wealthy, it was for every single person. So go forward and tell the truth about your degree, knowing that your degree from Southeastern not only gave you the academic discipline and that knowledge, but that you are a unique person because it also taught you character and how to be a good human being. So I congratulate you, I encourage you, I thank you, and I also want to at this moment acknowledge a very wonderful person, a person of great character, a person of great heart, a person who has led this university for a number of years, starting as a professor, then as the vice president, and then as your president, President Larry Minks. And I would like all of us to give President Minks a big round of applause for his service to this institution. I think standing up is absolutely appropriate. And President Minks did not do this alone. His beautiful wife, Joan, whose beautiful smile we all know so well, always with him, supporting him and keeping him always strong. And so we thank her as well. President Minks won't go far. In fact, he's still going to be here as President Emeritus and as a distinguished professor, so he will still be a part of this great Southeastern family. I am here thanking you, and I want to thank, as I've mentioned, the President. And again, thank you for allowing me to make these few comments.
Thank you, Regent Ogden. Next, Dr. Douglas McMillan, Vice President for Academic Affairs, will introduce our honors graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Minks. I'd first like to recognize the men and women who are serving as student marshals for this morning's exercises. Our marshals are members of either Blue Key, a national leadership fraternity, or Cardinal Key, a national leadership sorority. We want to express our appreciation for the outstanding service Blue Key and Cardinal Key provides at Commencement and many other campus events. If the members of Blue Key and Cardinal Key will stand, let's please recognize them at this time. Gonfalons were carried in by top graduates in their respective schools. Leading in the School of Arts and Sciences was Alan Fritz. Leading in the School of Education and leading in the School of Education and Behavioral Science was Caspian Green. Leading in the John Massey School of Business was Tracy Stevenson. Michael Wiles led the graduate school procession. Let's please recognize them at this time. We are gathered here today to celebrate the academic achievements of every single one of our graduates. There are a few, however, whose special achievements deserve recognition. On behalf of the faculty, I'd now like to recognize these special and outstanding graduates. The first of several groups that we will recognize are the graduates who are members of the National Honor Society, Alpha Chi. Students from all majors are eligible for membership into this university-wide honor society. In order to qualify, the members of Alpha Chi had to be ranked in the top 10% of their junior or senior class, while maintaining at least a 3.65 grade point average. Alpha Chi members can be recognized by the white stole each is wearing. Will all Alpha Chi members please stand and be recognized? The Southeastern Honors Program, built on the legacy of the Parsons Scholars Program, has a long and honorable tradition. It goes back to 1978 when David L. Parsons, a 1928 Southeastern alumnus, endowed the Parsons Scholarship Program. Today, the Southeastern Honors Program is committed to the ongoing growth and development of a culturally diverse and academically talented group of honor students, with a focus in particular on an educational excellence as well as cultural and technological literacy. The program challenges high-caliber students with special talents and outstanding abilities to develop local and global awareness and to achieve their full potential. It is with great pleasure and my honor that I announce the 15 honors program graduates who have fulfilled the rigorous course of study that qualifies them to be recognized as honors graduates for spring 2014. Please stand when I call your name. Jocelyn Bell, a chemistry and biology major from Atchley, Oklahoma, and a graduate of Atchley High School. George Curry, an acting and directing major from London, Arkansas, a graduate of Russellville High School. Benjamin Fuel, a computer science major from Rattan, Oklahoma, a graduate of Rattan High School. George Fritz III, a chemistry and biology major from Mililani, Hawaii, a graduate of a home school. Lindsay Lamar Owens, a graphic design and visual media major from Meade, Oklahoma, and a graduate of Silo High School. Nick McBrayer, a psychology major from Broken Bow, Oklahoma, and a graduate of Broken Bow High School. Aaron McDaniel, a hospitality management major from Durant, Oklahoma, and a graduate of Durant High School. April Mock, a communication major from Boswell, Oklahoma, and a graduate of Boswell High School. Lacey Morgan, a biology major from Antlers, Oklahoma, and a graduate of Antlers High School. Mary Nelson, an elementary education major from Antlers, Oklahoma, and a graduate of Antlers High School. Nicholas Patterson, a mathematics major from San Diego, California, and a graduate of Grace Lutheran Academy. Morgan Pierce, a history major from Durant, Oklahoma, and a graduate of Durant High School. Virginia Sealock, an accounting major from Rockwall, Texas, and a graduate of Rockwall High School. Ashley Self, a musical theater major from Colbert, Oklahoma, and a graduate of Colbert High School. Aubrey Tarantine, a Communication Media Studies major from Sherman, Texas, and a graduate of Sherman High School. Please help me congratulate these fine honors program graduates once again. I will now introduce the spring 2014 honor graduates. These students are graduating in the upper 10% of their classes, and we're going to recognize 3 groups of honor graduates today. The first are those graduating cum laude or with honors. These students represent the upper 6 to 10% of the spring 2014 graduate class. As I call your name, please stand and remain standing until all cum laude graduates have been named. We ask you to please hold your applause until all have been announced. Pamela D. Barnett, an English education major from Savannah, Oklahoma. April Dawn Boatwright, a social studies education major from Antlers, Oklahoma. Keely McCall Clemens, an English education major from Roxton, Texas. Sarah Dudley Eastwood, an elementary education major from Moyers, Oklahoma. Haley Brooke Ellison, a communication media studies major from Broken Bow, Oklahoma. Rachel Danielle Callis, an elementary education major from Sherman, Texas. Erin Elizabeth McDaniel, a hospitality management major from Durant, Oklahoma. Dana Elizabeth Metters, an accounting major from Wilburton, Oklahoma. Marky L. Meadows, a biology zoology major from Tushka, Oklahoma. Cody F. Morris, a fishery and wildlife major from Heavener, Oklahoma. Allison Jean Mounts, a fishery and wildlife major from Kiefer, Oklahoma. Mary Elizabeth Nelson, an elementary major from Antlers, Oklahoma. Nicholas Levi Patterson, a math major from San Diego, California. Virginia Sealock, an accounting major from Rockwall, Texas. Aubrey Elizabeth Tarantine, a communications media study major from Sherman, Texas. Roxy Wilson, an accounting major from Bells, Texas. Let's recognize our cum laude graduates. Next group is graduating magna cum laude or with high honors. These students represent the upper 3 to 5% of the spring 2014 graduating class. Again, please stand as your name is called and remain standing until all the group have been named. Please hold your applause once again till all are named. Rebecca Ann Clowers, an English education major from Idabel, Oklahoma. Caspian Elizabeth Green, a sociology major from Yuma, Arizona. Sheridan Lee Hill, a psychology major from Ardmore, Oklahoma. Leslie Ann Huff, an English education major from McAllister, Oklahoma. Jeffrey Hunter, a management major from Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada. Lindsay Danielle Lamar Owens, a graphic design and visual media major from Meade, Oklahoma. Tyler Dean Piles, a psychology major from Denison, Texas. Jed Houston Sully, a liberal and applied study majors from Colgate, Oklahoma. Heidi Ann Shaw, a liberal and applied study major from Fort Townsend, Oklahoma. Let's recognize our magna cum laude graduates. The final and most exclusive category of honors graduates to be recognized are those graduating summa cum laude, or with highest honors. These students represent the top 2% of their graduating class. This morning we're recognizing the following summa cum laude graduates. Hannah Nicole Ball, a psychology major from Bonham, Texas. Ashley Elizabeth Caldwell, a chemistry and biology major from Lindsay, Oklahoma. Preston Nathaniel Dye, a biology major from Ada, Oklahoma. George Allen Fritz III, a chemistry and biology major from Mililani, Hawaii. Thomas Harlow Johnston, a computer information system major from Sherman, Texas. Shonda Renee Mitchell Usry, an elementary education major from Durant, Oklahoma. Lacey Jo Morgan, a biology major from Antlers, Oklahoma. And Tracy Lynn Stevenson, an accounting major from Healdton, Oklahoma. Let's recognize our summa cum laude graduates. As a university, we're honored and fortunate to be surrounded by students of this caliber. You should all be commended for your hard work and dedication to your education, to your university, to your family, and most importantly, your future. Thank you.
Distinguished guests, faculty, alumni, parents, families, and members of the class of 2014. Congratulations, your day has arrived. Give yourself a big round of applause. It's a privilege to be your commencement speaker today. It's a special occasion for all of us to celebrate. And for as Winston Churchill once said, this is not the end. This is not even the beginning of the end. This is just perhaps the end of the beginning. In other words, your education has helped you prepare yourself for the next phase of your life. In preparing my remarks, I discovered that the longest commencement speech in history was delivered at Harvard University in early 19th century, lasting more than 6 hours. It was spoken in Latin and Greek. And believe it or not, when it was finally over, the graduates were administered a test. Keeping that in mind, I have some very good news. I'll not be speaking for 6 hours, using the Latin or Greek languages, and I'll certainly not be giving you a test. I also discovered that 2 of the shortest commencement speeches were delivered by a former governor of Wyoming and filmmaker Woody Allen. When it came time for the governor to speak, he rose slowly from his chair, approached the podium, gazed upon the graduates, and simply said, "You done good." He then promptly returned to his seat. Woody Allen, meanwhile, was a little more philosophical. He stepped to the podium, recognized the administrators, faculty, and alumni, then faced the students and uttered 2 sentences. "We've given you a perfect world. Please do not screw it up." I think we'd all agree that you're not entering a perfect world, but you're entering a world with unparalleled challenges and opportunities, and it's up to you to use your knowledge to find your way. Before we look into the future, I think it's meaningful for all of us to pause and reflect this morning on the rich history of Southeastern Oklahoma State University and to appreciate the hard work and sacrifice of those who came before us. We would not be where we are today without the foundation that was established by the professors, administrators, staff members, students, and the Durant community when this institution opened in 1909. Southeastern's journey, which began with such humble beginnings, has now evolved where we serve 4,000 students at 8 different locations. Remember, Southeastern Oklahoma State University is an extraordinary place. Let's never forget that or take it for granted. And while we should appreciate and celebrate our past, we must also forge ahead. We have a bright future, one sure to be fraught with challenges, but also a future with hope for promising and innovative solutions. Graduates, I would like to leave you with a couple thoughts before you cross this stage. First of all, believe in yourself. Each of you has unique talents and abilities, but to reach your full potential, you must always believe in yourself. That's where it all begins. Our mission embodies this, stating that Southeastern Oklahoma State University provides an environment of academic excellence that enables students to reach their highest potential. But what does that really mean? Let's reflect on that for a moment. In light of the fact that higher education continues to come under increasing scrutiny, and believe me, the stakes couldn't be higher at this time. The pressures and debate have been building in a couple of ways. First of all, this notion that institutions are becoming trade schools or vocational schools measured by return on investment. Secondly, people forget that higher education is not just a private investment, it's a public good. Our great institutions were primarily founded in the 19th century here in America with the discussion of higher education as a public good. Nobody even talked about it as a private investment. This discussion was around giving people the ability to be leaders, be public citizens, be people who enriched and developed our democracy. Now, because of a number of stresses and political pressures, higher education is viewed in many circles as a private investment, and it can be measured by return on that investment. There's a large and growing debate between a liberal arts education providing the most comprehensive education enabling critical thinking and other key concepts, or conversely, no, it's better to emphasize technical fields and specialties. Behind all of this debate is a sense about getting a better first job, getting better wages for that first job. Do not, and we must not fall into that trap. If we are not educating the leaders of tomorrow, if we're not educating citizens to be participants in our democracy, if we are not educating students to have fuller and more productive lives, shame on us. Shame on us. We've missed the boat. We've missed the boat entirely. If we think of higher education solely as return on investment and forget that it's a public good, then we're not doing our jobs. This is a huge challenge, and the political pressures are only building further and won't go away. We have to make sure that the public good, the public values are here as well. It means that the university offers higher education opportunities for students to grow into productive citizens and to help make their communities better, to give back, and ultimately make the world a better place. Graduates reflect on that premise, and if that's not consistent with your philosophy, it bears further reflection on your part. That mission, that goal, that purpose, that vision, that foundation was created by a group of visionaries in 1909 and remains in 2014 and beyond. When you hit a bump in the road of life, and believe me, you will, don't stop believing in yourself and your potential. The world is full of doubters. Don't allow self-doubt to creep into your life. Oklahoma Governor Brad Henry said it best 10 years ago when he stood on this very stage and told our graduates, believe in yourself and the rest will fall into place. Have faith in your own abilities, work hard, and there is nothing that you cannot achieve. Second, it's also important for you to be a good role model, a positive role model. Like it or not, we're all role models. Choose to be a positive role model. Live your life as if the whole world were watching. Be kind. Help others. Show humility. You're about to enter a world where you'll no longer be judged by your grades, but by your character, by your actions rather than your words. Being a role model is the most powerful form of educating. Too often parents neglect it because they get so caught up in making a living that they forget to make a life. Clayton Christensen has written a classic book currently entitled How Will You Measure Your Life? And begins by asking several key questions. How can I be sure I'll be happy in my career? How can I be sure that I'll be happy in my life? How can I be sure that my relationships with my spouse and family become an enduring source of happiness? How can I lead a life with integrity? As author Bill George states, an authentic leader is genuine and true to what they believe in. They understand the purpose of leadership. They lead with consistent values and with their heart as well as their head. They have courage, compassion, empathy, and build long-term connected relationships. And they have the personal self-discipline to deliver extraordinary results. This compared to someone trying to emulate someone else or trying to be what you would want them to be, or someone not being consistent day in and day out, or just plain being a jerk. But the bottom line is that they're not the person that you would hope that they truly are. Remember, your education and your authenticity no one can take away from you. In closing, this is your day. Enjoy it. You have not only done well, but you have prepared yourself for the opportunity to make the world a better place. Your true test, the test of life and your integrity, awaits you. Congratulations and good luck.
Dr. Minks, on behalf of a grateful university, we just want to say thank you for your servant leadership and for leading with the heart. You've done so well over these past few years. This is a token of our appreciation for you as a university. Thank you. Of the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education and the Regional University System of Oklahoma Board of Regents, and by the authority vested in me by the Regents, it's my pleasure to confer on each of you the baccalaureate degree as printed in the program with the rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities such a degree carries among scholars. In testimony thereof, you may now come forward and receive your degree.
George Allen Fritz III, summa cum laude. Tucker Lee Alexander. Robert Michael Allison. Pamela Barnett, cum laude. Blake Bear. Jocelyn Brianna Bell. Donald Ethan Bashirs. Anus Bandari. April Boatwright, cum laude. Mindy Nicole Bray. Jessica Renee Brown. Christina Julia Bruce. Alexis Rianne Buchanan. Garris Jordan Buckaloo. Wesley David Burke. Jordan Burrell. Ashley Elizabeth Caldwell, summa cum laude. Brianne Brinkley Campbell. Ryan Fargo. Peggy Denise Carlton. Chance Michael Carter. Cord Malik Carter. David Cardisano. Lori Cates. Adam Cernero. Keely McCall Clemens, cum laude. Rebecca Ann Flowers, magna cum laude. Canyon Conley. David Cordell. Catherine K. Cuevas. George Dustin Curry. Kent Lee Davidson. Fallon Davis. Brittany Day. Christopher Isaac Dixon. Jessica Dean.
Marina Diaz. Jordan Kelly Dixon. Joe Hardy Diggs. Tim Doan. Kirsty Dunnigan. Aaron J. Durant. Haley Brooke Ellison, cum laude. Kinsey Christine Evans. Joseph Daniel Flint. Michael Graham Fryer. Brittany Nicole Folk. Nathan Garman. Trenton Robert Garrett. Sarah Olivia Garza. Joshua Gibby. Lindsay Ann Gibby. Jason Goff. Shadiria Lynette Gonsolin. Jessica Cheryl Gray. Gil Turner Griffin. Tara Dawn Elizabeth Harbin. Troy Hardy. James R. Harrington, Sr. Courtney Ann Elizabeth Harris. April Harrison. Hannah Helms. Denny Michelle Hornbeek. Levi Hoxie. Lucretia Hoxie. Dominic Anton Hubbard. Leslie Ann Huff, magna cum laude. Shay Halsey. Melissa Hutchins. Valerie Irvin Smith. Thomas Harlow Johnston, summa cum laude. Desmond Kelly. Ashley Keenan. Urald King. Tyler Clement. Lindsay Danielle Lamar Owens, magna cum laude. Brandon Lance. Cody Lawson. Ashley Lemons. Devin Wayne Lindley. Joseph Losh. Seth Ray Lowry. Lercio Lobo. Jacob Llewellyn. Robin Makazu. Mongombe Annalise. James Martin. Kristen Martin. Tasha Mathis. Brianna McAdoo. Marcy K. McClure. Levi McCullough. James Christopher Lee McDaniel. Jonathan Aaron McDaniels. Jennifer McGee. Cassandra McCreary. Haley Deanne McLaren. Marky Meadows, cum laude. Kaylin Marie Merrill. Brittany Dawn Miller Lopez. April Nicole Mock. Kyle Aaron Moeller. Melvin Kyle Montgomery. David Scott Morgan. Lacey Joe Morgan, summa cum laude. Cody Franklin Morris, cum laude. Crystal Morris. Allison Jean Mounts, cum laude. Jessica Elizabeth Neal. McLennan? Yeah, McLennan. Nathan McLennan Nelms. Tiffany Diana Newton. Emily May Nowell. Derek Wayne Ogg. Taryn Lee Ozinga. Haley Parker. Nicholas Patterson, cum laude. Kelly Pierce. Matthew Pebworth. Samantha Perry. Morgan Chanel Pierce. Russell Poole. Kelsey Nicole Power. Bobby Presnell Jr. Ashley Prince. Shelby Ragsdale. Amanda Ramsey. Cody Ramsey. James Ray. Chance Reese. Brian Ridgway. Reese Riggle. Tanner Reisner. Jacob Thomas Roberts. Thomas Rosler. Andrea Nicole Rogers. David Tommy Rogers. Melanie Rogers. Michael Wayne Rogers. Timothy Dean Rula. Gary Nelson Russell Jr. Jed Houston Sully, magna cum laude. Ryan Nicholas Salter. Dustin Shrivogel. Ashley Brenda Valentina Self. Tyler Self. Heidi Shaw, magna cum laude. Catherine Brooke Simpler. I'm sorry. Sawyer Niall Sinclair. Candace Dawn Smith. Jacqueline Rochelle Smith. Lacey L. Smith. Russell Dwayne Smith. Walter Smith. Chevis Colton Springer. Kenton Stanley III. Aubrey Elizabeth Tarantine, cum laude. Stephen Teague. Joseph Ryan Terrell. Surendra Thapa. Jordan Dwayne Thompson. Jared Jacob Thorne. Seth Mitchell Town. Christopher Blake Tubbs. Kristen Vandenberg. Kadri Vaughn. Evan Grant Wakefield. Judson Wall. Scott Welch. Scott Wesley. Lindsay White. Matthew White. Kyle Williams. Wayne Wilson. Cynthia Estrada. Jeremiah Light. Sally Ann Pickens. Logan Nelson Russell. Nicholas William Vance. Aaron Nicholas Williams.
I would now ask Dean Scoffus to present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees in the John Massey School of Business.
Will the candidates for bachelor's degrees in the John Massey School of Business please stand? President Minks, these students have completed all said requirements for their respective degrees, and they are recommended by the faculty of the John Massey School of Business for the granting of degrees as listed in the program.
Consistent with the statutes of the state of Oklahoma, the rules and regulations of the Higher Learning Commission of the North Central Association of Colleges and Schools, the rules and regulations of the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education and the Regional University System of Oklahoma, and by the authority vested in me by the Regents, it's my pleasure to confer on each of you the baccalaureate degree as printed in the program with the rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities such a degree carries among scholars. In testimony thereof, you may now come forward and receive your degree.
Tracy Ingram Stevenson, summa cum laude. Loco Adonho. Paula Ambendit. Valerie Michelle Bean. Cody Bogard. Kate Leona Buckner. Jessica Jo Byerly. Michaela Ray Carlisle. Chelsea Brooke Carr. Ping Chang. Jonathan Evans. Kendra Tharve. William Fortenberry. Tracy Gist. Richard Haregrove. Drew Harden. Brandon R. Hawkins. Dylan Scott Henson. Bethany K. Hodges. Jeffrey Hunter, magna cum laude. Michael A. Jones. Oscar Casey. Stephen Parker Knight. Erin Elizabeth McDaniel, cum laude. Tina Marie McCurtry, sorry, Tina. Dana Elizabeth Metters, cum laude. Badria Mujib. Jamie Lynn Newsom. Say your middle name. Patrick Gimami Mizui. Trisha Nohubby. Lacey O'Brien. Timothy D.M. Perkins. Robert B. Perry. Nikki Pierce. Maria Santillon. Kim Shrivogel. Virginia Seelock, cum laude. Sujal Shrestha. Jennifer Simpler. Daryl South. Anthony Blake Stanley.
Chisholm Thurston.
Chisholm
Thurston.
Chisholm Thurston. Topolovich. Nikola Topolovich. Keely Rhea Underwood. Blake Wiggins. Roxy Wilson, cum laude. Jamie Woodruff. Jessica Yearby.
Dean Scofus will now present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees in the School of Education and Behavioral Sciences.
Will the candidates for bachelor's degrees in the School of Education and Behavioral Sciences please stand? President Minks, these students have completed all said requirements for their respective degrees, and they are recommended by the faculty of the School of Education and Behavioral Sciences for the granting of degrees as listed in the program.
Consistent with the statutes of the state of Oklahoma, the rules and regulations of the Higher Learning Commission of the North Central Association of Colleges and Schools, the rules and regulations of the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education and the Regional University System of Oklahoma Board of Regents, and by the authority vested in me by the Regents, it's my pleasure to confer on each of you the baccalaureate degree as printed in the program with the rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities such a degree carries among scholars. In testimony thereof, you may now come forward and receive your degree.
Elizabeth Green. Chance Walker Baker. Aaron Bates. Hannah Nicole Baugh. Amber Marie Beck. Ian Bell. Sandy Michelle Bess. Deborah Bevel. Ashley Danielle Bishop. Stacy Blankenship. Jennifer Bossert. Kimberly Cherie Bush. Macy Dawn Bush Bilbay. David Cagle. Alexandra Carmichael. Tammy Lee Carter. Misty Cooper. Desiree Drummond. Chastity Chevay Dunlap. Sarah Dudley Eastwood, cum laude. Stacy Fincher. Erica Gillum. Lupe Gomez. Christopher Gordon. Mary Graves. Stephanie Michelle Hash. Go ahead. Dalton Bryant Herndon. Leslie Lynn Hill. Sheridan Lee Hill. Colton John Henson. Cassie Holland. Mandy Holman. Savannah Holman. Tiara Howard. Casey Hudson. Deanna Lynn James. Zena Clarice Johnson. Christy Maria Jordan. Devonique Joyner. Rachel Danielle Callis, cum laude. Christy Knight. Brett Sterling Lawley. Jennifer Cherise Lear. Carly Lovell. Shayla Martin. Jade Denise Martin Bean. Nicholas Lane McBrayer. Kyle McMichael. Timber Lee Meadows. Amanda Miller. Tamis Marie Moore. Bailey Nakota Nelson. Mary Elizabeth Nelson. Gary Michael Nunley. Kimberly Nicole Ashworth Ortega. Jordan Outlaw. Sean Pfeiffer. Leisha Rose Pilcher. Brittany Ann Pickleton. Tyler Dean Piles, magna cum laude. Corwin Dane Ransom. Amy Beth Richmond. Ariel Rose Ricketts. Gayla Jean Ridgway. Madeline Ann Rind. Shannon Rosas. Jessica Lynn Salisbury. Shelby Lene Shelton. Courtney Nicole Simmons. Emily Nicole Steffens. Brittany Taylor. Melissa Tiffey. Timothy Cole Tyan. Hillary Dawn Ulrich. Shonda Renee Mitchell Usry, summa cum laude. Aaliyah Robinson. Jamisha Jackson. Talisa Walker. Taylor Jordan Whitaker Duran. Mindy Wilson. Ashley Joan Wolf. Vance Woodruff. Brittany Ann Wortham. Lindsay Yearby. Victoria Yanote Anina. Shauna Laree and Zolivar Lake.
I would now ask Dr. Brian Clark, Interim Dean of the School of Graduate and University Studies, to present the candidates for the master's degrees.
Will the candidates for master's degrees please stand? President Minks, these students have completed all the requirements of their respective degrees, and they are recommended by the graduate faculty for the granting of degrees and academic hooding as listed in the program.
Consistent with the statutes of the state of Oklahoma, the rules and regulations of the Higher Learning Commission of the North Central Association of Colleges and Schools, the rules and regulations of the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education, and the regional university system of the Oklahoma Board of Regents, and by the power vested in me by the Regents, it's my pleasure to confer on each of you the master's degree as printed in the program with all the rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities such a degree carries among scholars. In testimony thereof, you may now come forward and receive your degree and academic hooding.
Michael Wiles. Mohammed Ahmed. Krishna Aryal. Joshua Ball. Ryan Bass. Lorna Bates. Sarah Brittany Bonner. Denise Bradford. Tiffany Cluck. Tina Conway. Patrick Colhane. Tina Elaine Smith QC. Bikram Danji. Kelly Brooke Dinsmore. Catherine Douthit. Michael Leonard Golston, Jr. Samuel Henga. Jason Jeremiah Hepp. Thomas Hermanson. Rebecca Hinkle. John Howard. Glenn Landers. Stephanie Landers. Brian Lauer. Goonie Lowe. Joe D. Massey, Jr. Angela Kaylin McAllister. Cody Anson McCage. Michelle Mice. Amanda Miracle. Landon Murray. Caroline Long Ninninger. Vincent DePaul Gacco. C. Stephen Peeler. Karen Elizabeth Pierce. Franco Ramirez. Carlos Robinson. Lisa Ann Sager. Crystal Spencer. Jennifer Ann Smith. Ryan Tabor. Kathy Renee Towery. Richard Tucker. David Allen Tumbleson. Leah Marie Ward. Tony Whitmire.
I'm very pleased to introduce the President of the Southeastern Alumni Association, Mr. Rob Piercy, to present the alumni charge. Rob is a 1994 graduate of Southeastern, where he earned his degree in communication. He's an agent with the Arnett Insurance Agency and has been very active in the Durant community, having served as a member of the local school board among many other activities. Please join me in welcoming Alumni Association President Rob Piercy.
Welcome, new alumni. That's right, your place in the world now includes the title Southeastern Alumni. It is my duty as president of the Alumni Association. I have the honor of informing you that you are now card-carrying members of the Alumni Association. A minute ago, board members from the Alumni Board pinned you starting your journey as representatives for Southeastern Oklahoma State University. This is a new tradition we've started, and we challenge you to wear your gold and blue SE proudly wherever you go. This pin signifies that you've persevered and met the challenges of alumni. As of today, you have all the rights, privileges, and duties of an Alumni Association member. Now, I don't want to alarm you with those words, but they are important. Here, let me help you remember your duties as an alumni by using the letters in the word STORM. S for stay connected. Stay connected to your faculty, your teammates, your classmates, the folks that you have brought into your life while you were here at Southeastern. T is for tell. Tell everyone about the great experience you had. Tell them your Southeastern story. O for own what you have learned. Put your education to work for you every day. Be confident in the knowledge that you have learned here at Southeastern. R for remember. Remember where you come from and stand tall. Return for ongoing activities such as homecoming and other functions here on campus. M is for memories. These are the stories we tell of ourselves for the rest of our lives. Those stories include Southeastern. Now it's my privilege that I ask everyone to stand for our alma mater and go storm the world.
Nice.